One option for love. Halloween was approaching, and Claire had a brilliant idea for our Halloween costumes. Surprise, surprise, she texted me about it. Claire, I just had the greatest idea. I didn't respond, so naturally she showed up at my door. The War's End what? I said when she pitched the idea. Kiss. War's End kiss, Claire said. We sat at the table in my apartment. I always liked the kitchen chairs in heritage halls. They were plain aluminum. I once looked up the retail for the brand. Initially designed for use on submarines, they cost $550, were lightweight, and basically indestructible. And that's where my rent was going. I leaned back in the chair with my feet on the table while Claire explained the War's End kiss. I know you've heard of this. Claire moved to look something up on her computer. She turned the screen to me. I'd seen the photo before. Black and white, taken after World War II. A sailor was holding a nurse in his arms. They kissed passionately in the middle of the street as onlookers observed them. I want to dress up like them and recreate that photo for Halloween, Claire said, practically beaming. All right, sounds good. Yeah? Yeah. I smiled at her. Moments like this weren't so bad. Our bantering conversations were pleasant and made me feel like Claire and I could work things out. Perhaps we would have greater struggles than our straight counterparts, but a lot of gay people chose to marry women. Just last week, I met a mixed orientation couple at USGA who was planning their wedding for December. They seemed to be doing fine. Maybe if Claire and I could find our stride, that would work for us too. But Claire refused to attend USGA with me. Any acknowledgement of my sexuality made her annoyed at me. I was alone. Whatever struggles in being gay I experienced, they were mine, and Claire would not listen. Perfect, Claire said. We'll probably have to check every DI in Provo to get all the pieces. Oh, and we can check near my parents' house. And maybe even Plato's Closet. I think I saw one of those around here. That will be fun. I stood from the table and moved to the couch, kind of wishing she would just go home. That was wishful thinking, though. When had Claire ever just gone home without me forcibly escorting her to her building and making out for 10 minutes? How was your thing? Claire sat across from me on that damn couch. We had begun talking more, which I appreciated. If a relationship between us could work, it would require a stronger emotional base than a physical one. It was good. Thoughts of Easton arrested my mind, giving me a surge of hope and longing. I didn't know what I wanted in getting close to him, but I needed his friendship. I needed him in my life, somehow. What did you do? Claire's hesitant tone said she'd almost rather not know. Just some activity where we did a group survey thing, I said defensively. It wasn't all that exciting. I had loved it, but she wouldn't want to hear. She kissed me, and I kissed back, her smooth lips sliding over mine on a sheen of lip gloss. I always hated lip gloss. Claire wearing it sometimes made me a bit pukey when kissing her. The texture always reminded me of snot. I pulled away from her, needing just a minute to orient myself. I can't get over how ironic it is that you go to those meetings and then come home to kiss me, Claire said. She eyed my crotch, hands sliding between my legs. I mean, you're clearly attracted to me. Panic sent my stomach to the floor. Why did she always feel permission to do this? We had already talked about it. I had said multiple times that I didn't want her to push for sex. Not tonight. I grabbed her hand, willing her not to push any further. I wasn't even erect, though she liked to rock against me when I was. She seemed to take signs of physical arousal as permission, despite our numerous earlier conversations. Let's just kiss, please. She got that pouty expression on her face. I kissed her. This is fine, I said. Please, I thought. Let this be enough. This can be enough. Things can be simple again. If she would let them. Claire looked away from me with a grin spreading over her face. That explains why you're such a good kisser. My eyebrows scrunched. What? Claire tipped her head, puffing out her bottom lip. Everyone knows, gay guys are the best kissers. Oh, I guess I wouldn't know. Claire laughed. Yeah, you better not know. She leaned in to kiss me, then backed away in admiration. We would seriously make the best children. Can you even imagine? She kissed me again. Claire's full motivation for getting married pronto became clear over time. Starting a family was the obvious long-term goal. Claire was always upfront about that. She even told Mom on General Conference weekend while waiting for us to get out of the priesthood session. But there was also a more subtle motivation for her to tie the knot with me. Claire's oldest sibling, her sister Abby, was currently serving a stateside mission. Abby was all but guaranteed to get married to her boyfriend Derek when they both returned home from their respective missions. She gets home next year, Claire informed me. So they'll get married at the end of the summer. If we got married right after Abby got home, she could come to the wedding, but we would be married first. My intestines turned into a 30-car pileup in response to her words. You want to get married this summer just so you can beat Abby to becoming a wife? Well, I mean, not just because of that. She looked at me with hungry eyes, which caused me to shift. But wouldn't that just kind of be awesome? I let the matter drop, too baffled to express how dumb I felt that plan was. Claire mentioned Abby regularly, often pining over her desire to be married first. Claire even hinted at having forgone serving a mission in part to leapfrog Abby in receiving divine permission to get it on, guilt-free, with her eternal boy toy. By now, we did everything together. Claire started planning my days. She would tell me our plan at least one day in advance. If I failed to go to her, she would show up at my door. I had begun avoiding her. I texted her as little as possible. She was persistent, though. Claire, remember our history quiz is due tonight. Claire, John. Claire, did you want to get together for that? Claire, I'm out of class. Claire, dear boy, I love you. Claire, give me a call when you're free? I did not call her. We did the damn quiz together. We got an A. Go us. The next day, I received this stream of texts. Claire, hey. Claire, hey you. Claire, Johnny. Claire, Jonathan. Claire, John. Claire, Johnny boy. Claire, you. Claire, love. Claire, Johnny. Claire, job. Claire, arg, my phone is so dumb. Claire, Jonathan. Claire, hello there. Claire, yoo-hoo. Me. Haha, yes? Claire, I love you. Claire, can we study at the Wilk when you're out of class? I walked right past the Wilk on my way home. Claire, John. Claire, little duck. Claire, J. Claire, O. Claire, N. Claire, N. Claire, Y. Claire, Harper and I are going to Smith's if you want to come get groceries. I received a similar text stream daily. My anxiety heightened with each nagging text, and my ability to respond lessened. It was like she was suffocating me with her love. Claire confronted me about my lack of interest in texting. You never answer me. I just want to know what the plan is. She was huge on plans. She always had to know every hour of my day. To solve the problem, I created a joint online Excel sheet where we could update our schedules independently and see the times side by side. Claire loved it. She still had an issue with the texting, though. We discussed the issue on one of our many nighttime walks through campus. I'm just not sure how I should take it. This relationship can't be a one-way thing. I'm putting in way more effort than you. My frustration mounted. This relationship could work, but Claire's anxiety at losing me was actually crushing. She was overcompensating, drowning out any chance I had of feeling at ease in the relationship. Who was she to say I was giving no effort? Maybe she was giving the wrong effort. I tried a new approach. We just have different love languages, that's all. I don't get what you're saying. Further attempts to clarify had yielded similar results. She had never heard of the book The 5 Love Languages, so I explained the premise. You see, I said after a few minutes of exposition, Your perception that I'm not giving anything to this relationship is a disconnect between our expectations in this relationship and how we feel love should be communicated. She looked at me like I was crazy. Love languages seemed like pretty spotty psychology to her. Naturally, Claire understood how relationships worked, and I was definitely wrong. One day, resentful of the rigid plan Claire had imposed upon me, I created my own schedule. I had been shopping for a new phone because apparently I'm a klutz and broke my screen over the summer. Trying to fix the problem only made it worse, so now I had a new one picked out. To buy the phone, I had skipped out on Claire's plan, affectionately titled John and Claire's Study Bonanza. Shopping done, I went home with my new phone and snuck into my apartment. One quick unboxing later, my phone booted. Texts from Claire piled into my notifications. I ignored those. Daniel had also texted. Daniel. Hey Johnny, it's Daniel. Easton and I want to know if you want to go see a movie with us. Yes. A knock came at my door. I answered. Claire stood before me, red-faced and teary-eyed. She burst past me into the apartment and sat on the couch. I hesitantly sat beside her. Claire shook. We had a plan. She had never been so mad at me. I needed a new phone. I held up the phone. She glared at it with disgust, like it was pathetic I would pass up on hanging out with her to buy such a worthless toy. But we had a plan, John, and you just bailed on me. You could have texted. Claire blinked away anger. I just want to know what the hell the plan is. She mimed wringing my neck. I felt myself getting angry. You have a plan every day. I tried to steady my trembling voice. I don't have time to do anything anymore, okay? I've been planning on getting this phone for months. You know that. She shot a stone-cold glare at me, hair falling over half her face, but she was too angry to care. The matter dropped. I did not go to the movie with Daniel and Easton. Instead, we stayed in and read. It happened again that night. We kissed. She climbed on top of me and rubbed her pelvis against mine. Seconds passed before I pushed her off me. I glared at her, and she cried. Despite her reaction, I knew she would do it again the next day. This was our nightly routine by now. She sent her predictable apology text a half hour later, when I was in bed. Claire, sorry. Claire, we'll have to make a plan to fix this.